Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 XBL review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at a game that I'm most likely going to pronounce wrong. It's either Strania the Stella Machine or Strania the Stella Machine. Either one sounds right to me. I tend to swap between the one or the other. I'm also going to be looking at the DLC for the game that came out. In all honesty, the DLC isn't so much DLC as it is should have been built into the game, and they should have just released it at 1200 points. That's the way I look at it, because you can get the game for 800 points, but you are missing out on a large chunk if you don't get the DLC. But again, I just don't see why the extra was optional, and you'll probably see it that way as well when I explain to you what it is. And well, that's pretty much it then. So, you've got single player, multiplayer. You can play the game local or on Xbox Live. Personally, I choose to play it local. I think lag destroys games like this. You can go onto the training modes if you want, which are quite in-depth. You can choose any of the missions that you've played and unlocked up to. You can choose their individual areas. You can choose the weapons, so you can either go on and have fun with uber powerful weapons, or you can choose ones that you know you'll have at that point so that you can get better. You can choose your armor, your difficulty, even what character you are. Not that it makes any difference, to be fair, with the player 1 or player 2. They're both identical, they're just different colours. On this side it's blue and green, on this side it's red and yellow. So, you can view your achievements, you can go into the helping options, which tells you a story about the game, and annoyingly and weirdly, to get the story for the chapter, you have to actually select them before you go in, like that. So I'll only get the red characters up on this how to play now, whereas on this I'll only get the blue characters. Quite weird. Controls, you can customise them fully, but I actually like them the way they are. Settings, very basic. You can choose screen mode, sound settings and other screen settings. So let's get into the actual game. I've got no one with me today, so I'm just playing single player, but the co-op is literally just co-op. The only thing is you share your credits. So for example, out of those 7, you'll automatically use 2 and then you'll get 5 between you. So there we go then. I'll just start. So, what sets Strania or Strania apart from other shoot-em-ups? You've got 3 weapons at all times and you can swap them around. You've got 2 arms and then you've got a tail. The tail can't actually be used, it's just there as a backup weapon really to swap over. So, I've currently got my sword active and my normal. My sword I have to bash the button to use, and when you've got 2 of them you can actually do some amazing combos, and they're really powerful. Otherwise you just want to be using your guns there, because let's face it, bashing that all the time is not going to help. That only comes in handy really for the bosses, because oh boy can you kick the crap out of the bosses. It also therefore means that because you've got the multiple arms, you have to choose carefully where you put your weapons on. Now this is something I've noticed the game can have a bit of a problem with, because when the weapon is definitely to the left of me, I've noticed it somehow going on my right arm, and it can really screw you over. I don't know, maybe it's just simply because the game is so fast and furious you don't notice it swapping sides, and next thing you know you've lost a level 2 laser to have a level 1 bomb, and the bombs fire backwards for anyone who don't know, so it's not really an offensive weapon, it's a defensive weapon for anything coming up from your rear. So, you've then also got the, well, in the top left corner it currently says max, and basically the max is an invincibility shield. It comes up here like a circle, and as soon as the circle runs out, that's it, it's over. You also might have noticed when I collected the Vulcan cannon on my left side, because I already had one, I've now got level 2. Level 2 is the maximum I've seen any weapon go up to, and something quite strange seems to have happened once I've got the DLC. I don't know if I'd just been lucky, if there'd been a glitch and it's been fixed or something like that, but it does seem like some of the weapons I can only get level 2 now when I'm on certain sides of the story. So if I'm the blue guys, who are the good guys, well, at least I probably would class them as the good guys, then I used to be able to get everything. As soon as I got the DLC, now it seems I can't get a level 2 laser to save me life, and I can only get them as the red team. I don't know if this is a glitch caused by the DLC, if this is something that was always supposed to be like that, to make it so that the sides were different, or what. I'm just mentioning it because it's something that people might want to know. It doesn't exactly ruin the game or anything, it just means you have to play slightly differently and change what weapons you pick up really. So that's pretty much that then. There's 6 levels overall, and if you're the blue guys, you're heading towards the red base. If you're the red guys, you're heading towards the blue base. And this is why I don't see why it was DLC, because you get the same levels, you just play them in reverse, basically. So things like Level 3 I think it is for the blue guys. I have to protect a really big ship that's on my side, whereas level 4 I think it might be. I'm just trying to work it out because obviously they're not exactly 3 and 3, but it will be level 4 I believe. You have to destroy that same ship. Same as level 5, I've got to navigate a weird maze type thing, whereas instead I've got to navigate it on level 2 with the reds and things like that. It just swaps over the order you do things, and it means you're going in reverse and you're destroying what you were protecting as the blues and vice versa. So this is what I mean, it really should have been built in. So to show that off, I'm actually going to now cut into one of the levels which you'll have already seen part of now with the reds. So this is level 5, as I say, with the reds, and it's the one I've just been on as the blues. Using the training, I've been able to at least show off some of the weapons. You've got weird ones like direction, where it actually fires in the opposite direction of what you were pushing. So if I push left, it's firing right. If I push down, it's firing up, and it's just quite odd. You've then also got those bombs which I mentioned, which weren't doing anything in front of me. And, well, again, that's part of why the training mode's good, because it means you can practice with weapons and see which you like and just practice your levels. So, this is, as I say, level 2 on the blue, level 5 on here, and I don't see why they've released it as a separate DLC. Don't get me wrong, I'm not having to go at the game. I think it's excellent, well worth 1200 points, and I'd love to see the developer make more games on consoles, because that's the one thing about this dev, they don't make console games. They're famous in Japan, they make only pretty much games for the arcade. The only time any of their games has came to a console, it's been when it's not been their game, they've just helped on it. For the likes of Ikaruga, they had done part of it, and Gradius 5 and that. So I really would love to see this game take off, and love to see them make more games for the consoles, because this is one of the best shoot-em-ups I've ever played. Not just in a long time, just that I've ever played. I love playing it. It's fun, it's hard, it's got a load of customization there and a load of little options you can tweak with to have fun with. Even, as I say, if it's just playing on the training modes but with the weapons that you love or things like that, I think that is excellent to be able to do that with a shoot 'em up. So that's pretty much the game in a nutshell. Graphically it looks fantastic, and musically it sounds excellent, so I'll shut up and let you listen to a bit. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.